Everybody, stop what you're doing. Clear a path. Make way. Because the Emperor is coming through. Dun 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 dun. This is Emperor Petty Palpatine, and he's here showing some excellent participation. Thank you, Emperor Petty Palpatine. You are the best. I'm really excited for today's video because we are here to talk about scorpions, and specifically my top 3 scorpions for beginners. So maybe you've already dabbled in the dark arts of owning pet bugs, or maybe you're brand new to the whole idea of it, or maybe you have no idea why you clicked on this video and you're thinking I'm crazy right now for having these as pets. But regardless, I'm super happy that you are here with me. I hope that you will stick around and subscribe and learn all about my top 3 scorpions that I recommend for beginners. So if you know anything about me, you probably already know that I can't pick favorites when it comes to my little adorable pet bug children. So we're gonna do 3 categories to make me not have to pick favorites here. So I'm gonna talk about my favorite feisty scorpion for beginners. This one has personality, pizzazz, hatred, and all of the great things that you'd look for in a pet. Duh. The second one we're going to talk about is the most readily and easily available scorpion that's great for beginners, one that you can find at a pet store, you can find online, you can find cheap and easily. The third one I'm going to talk about is the one that I get asked about the most, the one that I feel like is the most sought after, the scorpion that people tend to want when they're getting into scorpion hobby. So let's jump right in, and my Emperor Petty Palpatine is running away. Oh my god. I'm gonna catch him and then we're gonna start the countdown. So the first scorpion that we are going to be talking about today is gonna be the most feisty scorpion that I would recommend for beginners. So this scorpion's great for if you want something with a little sparkle and pizzazz, if you want something with a big personality, something that is always gonna eat, be spunky, and generally just cool to keep. I don't know, I really like these. So coming in that category will be the desert hairy scorpion, also known as the Hadrurus arizonensis, I think. I have Bob here. You can see his tail. As well as 2 other desert hairy scorpions in my collection, and I've got to say they are really fun. They have a lot of personality. Whenever I open up Bob's enclosure to feed him, he is always down to try to kill me. In the best way though. He's funny. He's so spunky. Please don't mind, I accidentally spilled water over here. He's spunky, and I also really enjoy the enclosure that you get to set up for these guys, because you get to have a desert terrain, which is something different than what you would keep a lot of tarantulas or other pet bugs in. So it's cool and fun to get to decorate in that way, which I really enjoy. And yeah, overall, I think these guys are pretty easy to care for. When I got my first one, a friend sent one over and just kind of said, you know, gave me the basic instructions, and it's been doing great ever since. So honestly, I've had no trouble with these guys. I wouldn't recommend handling them because they are feisty. So coming in at the feistiest and most spunky scorpion for beginners, I recommend the desert hairy scorpion. So I will give you some more footage of Bob here. This is one of my desert hairy scorpions. As you can see, it is a bit plump, but he's very cute, and I do love these guys. I'm looking into new substrate. This is a temporary substrate. I don't love it, and I like to hide under their cork bark, but yeah, they're really cute, and I like them, and they're pretty feisty. Also, that was not Bob. This is Bob in here, and he is currently dug himself down and he's hiding. So I think it's because it's a little bit cold and he's kind of doing his little thing down here. So we're gonna just let him be. You go, Bob. You're doing great. The second scorpion we're going to be talking about today is the one that I would consider to be, the most accessible. And by that, I mean they are easy to find and they're not expensive. Now, the desert hairy scorpion is also inexpensive, but I've never really seen them at a pet store or anything like that. And I've noticed that I just don't see them as much around, at least where I am. This one I've noticed is a lot easier to find and they come at a really good price. And this scorpion that I'm talking about is the Asian forest scorpion. Now there are a few different scorpions that are sold under the umbrella name of the Asian forest scorpion. From what I have heard, and I don't know if I'm completely right on this or not, but the most common Asian forest scorpion sold in the pet trade is the Heterometris petersii or petersii. I believe that's how you pronounce it. There's also the Heterometris spinifer, the Heterometris longimanus, and the Heterometris laudicus. So I do have one that I got at a pet store and I was not given any information about which specific Asian forest scorpion that it was. And my second Asian forest scorpion, which is Pokey, I'll insert some footage of Pokey. This is Pokey. Pokey is always the star of the show. Let's see if we can get a little, we got Pokey. Pokey is an Asian forest scorpion. And yeah, I just really do enjoy him. He's really fun, and I want to get a better look. I hate to bother him. I'm only doing it with a light paintbrush, but I want you to see the glory that is Pokey. Can you spread out a little bit? Come on, Pokey. There we go. Cute. But anyways, Pokey was sold to me as a Heterometris spinifer, but I'm not entirely sure if that is true or not. But yeah, so I really like these scorpions because they are really easy to find. I do really enjoy the look of them. They're glossy, they are shiny, they're dark and awesome. And yeah, I just, they're pretty inexpensive. The price can range, and I'm sure depending on which exact Asian forest scorpion you're getting, the price could, you know, go up and down, but I've always seen them priced really reasonably. I've never seen one too expensive, and when it comes to an Asian forest scorpion, you pretty much know what you're gonna get. They're not mean, but I don't know if I would recommend handling them unless you really want to, because, you know, they are feisty, they are scorpions, and overall, you know, handle at your own risk, handle at the risk of your pet. But yeah, their temperament is pretty okay, you know, they're funny, they're cool, they look awesome, what's not to love? And I think they're really great for beginners. If you want more information on how to care for them, I hope to make more videos about that, but you can also check out the Tarantula Collective. He made a great video recently about Asian forest scorpions, and it was awesome, and I loved watching it. So the third scorpion that we're going to be talking about today is the one that I hear people talking the most about. Whenever I post a scorpion, everyone always asks me if I have this specific scorpion. They always want to know about this scorpion. People say, I want a scorpion, I want this scorpion, from my experience. So this one is a great scorpion for beginners, but you know, to each their own. But anyways, the scorpion that I am talking about here is the emperor scorpion, also known as the Pandinus imperator. And I'm sure that when most people picture a scorpion, they're either going to picture that yellow scorpion like the desert hairy scorpion, or they're going to picture the emperor scorpion. I'm talking about a shiny black scorpion with a beautiful glossy look. They are really cool. And of course, I mean, what is not to love about these scorpions? They are beautiful, super stunning. And people say they're docile, but from my experience, mine don't really want anything to do with me. But that's okay, you know, I love them regardless. I know they don't love me back, but you know, sometimes I pretend that they do. Anyways, these are great beginner scorpions. The care is pretty simple, and you know, they're not gonna do any crazy maneuvers on you for the most part. But the thing to keep in mind with these guys is that they can be a little bit pricey. And when you are buying an emperor scorpion, you do want to make sure that you are going to a reliable source, because if you see one at your local PetSmart, there's a chance that it might not actually be an emperor scorpion. It might be an Asian forest scorpion. They're often confused and misidentified. So if you're paying that extra money for an emperor scorpion, you want to make sure that you are getting that emperor scorpion. From my opinion, I love having both, and I wouldn't trade any of them away. But if I had to only take one, I might go for the Asian forest scorpion, just because they are cheaper and because you don't have to worry that you're being sold something that is being told to you that it's one thing but it's actually something else. Because you know, if you're gonna pay double, triple, or more for an emperor scorpion and then you end up with an Asian forest scorpion, I mean, I wouldn't be too happy about that. But they do look really similar, so that's great. Emperor scorpions are amazing. They are huge, they are awesome, they are exciting, and if you have your heart set on an emperor scorpion, then by all means, get one. But make sure that you're getting what you pay for. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But anyways, they are a great option. I have a few in my collection and I will insert some videos of them. Okay, here we have another look at Emperor Petty Palpatine. He's an Emperor Scorpion. You can see the Telson here is a lighter coloration. It's one of the telling signs that it is a Emperor Scorpion and not an Asian Forest Scorpion. I did get him from Tom Patterson, who is a very reliable seller, so I know that I got what I paid for. But he is huge, and honestly, I'm so excited to own this little guy slash big guy, or girl. Sorry, Emperor Palpatine. But yeah, this is him, and he's pretty cool. And he has his little skull down there. Sorry. I do hope that you learned something from my video. I love scorpions so much. I highly recommend them. They are fun, they are rewarding, they are pretty easy to take care of, and I just can't say enough good things about them. Of course, whenever you're getting a new pet, I always recommend, you know, do the research, take the time to pick out one that you really like, because this is your pet, and ultimately you're going to be the one loving and caring for it. So you want to get the one that you're most excited to get. If you agree with me and you think that these are great options for beginners, let me know. If you think I'm totally wrong and you have a different recommendation, let me know too. Anyways, I do hope that you enjoyed. I hope you like my little pinchy friends, my little lobster buddies. I love them so much. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all the support. I'm having so much fun making these videos, and if I seem really hyper, it's because I had a coffee on my lunch break at work because I was really sleepy. Anyways, have a good day, and that's all.